Hello everyone, salutations. So now we are going to continue with SOP 3 of skill set 1 daily computing, okay, with the help of LibreOffice software. Alright, so let's read the question. So SOP 3 tells create a mark list. The mark list should display so and so fields. So I think so it will be more suitable if we make this file with the help of uh, LibreOffice Calc. Okay, because LibreOffice Calc is dedicated for spreadsheet related application. Okay, so I will start LibreOffice. Then as per the points given in the question, we are going to proceed with each and every detail. Okay, now see, this is the Calc spreadsheet. Previous SOPs 1 and 2 we have made with the help of writer document. Now we are going to practice this with the help of Calc spreadsheet. So I'll give a single click and wait for it to open. So generally a spreadsheet application looks in this manner. Okay. So doesn't matter if you are using Excel or LibreOffice Calc or any other kind of freeware office suite. Okay. Spreadsheet applications will always have a look and feel of this manner. Okay. So you are already aware with the user interface. So this is the untitled, because we have not saved this spreadsheet, we have not saved this file. By default the spreadsheet will have untitled 1 as its file name, then the name of the software LibreOffice Calc, minimize, maximize, restore and close. Okay, all these options are there. Then we have this menu bar, standard toolbar and generally used options for formatting. Okay, then very important, this is, I think so, this can be called, here you can say this is known as the input line, or generally we call it as the cell address bar. Okay, because whichever cell you click, okay, it is going to show whatever content we type in a particular cell is highlighted and shown over here. Okay, so that is input line. As per LibreOffice Calc, this area is known as input line, and spreadsheet has this rows and columns. Okay, low rows and columns arrangement, each intersection of row and column is known as a cell, everybody is aware. So these are the single cells. Okay, now if I want to call this cell, okay, if I want to call this cell, I will read in this manner. This is from the column C and row 5, so the cell address of this is C5. Okay, here also you can see it's C5. Okay, so location of this cell is C5. All right, so the columns are denoted with alphabets and rows are denoted with numbers. Then after this, at the ending, we have the status bar. Okay, here you can see sheet 1 of 1. Okay, the language, average sum, and as well as if you are zooming the screen, okay, all these things are available over here. As well as a spreadsheet can contain many sheets, multiple sheets. Okay, so by default one sheet is always available and its name is sheet 1, but if you right click you get several options. You can change the name of the sheet with the help of rename sheet, delete sheet, insert any different sheet, copy or paste the contents of a sheet to another sheet. All these options are available, you can use it. Okay, so a single spreadsheet file can contain multiple sheets. Now see, I clicked on this icon, so sheet 2 has been appeared over here. This is sheet 1 and this is sheet 2. Okay, so this is the actual look and feel of any spreadsheet application. Any spreadsheet application will have all these common things, and spreadsheet application has a little more use of formulas like sum, average, count, min, max. Okay, so this formula you are already aware about. So let's begin. Now we will start performing whatever is given in our SOP. So it tells us fields such as name, math, physics, chemistry, biology, total and percentage must be made. So let's make it. Okay. So I will leave one column and start typing from here. Name, you can use the navigation keys. I want to go to the C column. Okay, C column, C3. So I use this left button from the navigation keys. There are four navigation keys in the keyboard. You can use the navigation keys to navigate through the cells. Okay, now math, physics, chemistry, biology. Okay, I'll type. So I have typed all the fields or the columns, whatever you want to say. Then next point is about below each subject, find out the lowest marks and the highest marks. Next point is about enter minimum 10 records. So first of all, we are going to enter 10 records. Okay, so let's type 10 records. I'll type it quickly, please observe. Okay, so 10 records have been inserted. I use this fill handle feature. Everybody is aware about the fill handle feature. Okay, uh, I'll demonstrate this once again. I'll make an additional column called roll number and type 1 and the next number 2. Okay, then select both. With the help of your mouse, you select both of the cells, both cells. Okay, then you can see a dark dot like thing at the end of 2. Okay, and when you put your mouse, it becomes as a plus icon kind of thing. Okay, so this plus sign. Okay, so here you have to put your mouse, give a left click and start dragging, and you can also see which values will appear in the cell 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, see next cell 11, automatically these values will be filled. Okay, so this is called fill handle, autofill or autofill feature. Okay, that plus sign is called the fill handle and this activity is known as autofill. Okay, so you can also use this autofill feature. I'll bring this in center alignment. So I selected all the cells and chose center. Okay. Now I have to enter the marks. I'll enter the marks very quickly. So marks I have, for example, let's consider marks out of 50. Okay. So while doing this practical, you may consider 100, whatever you want. Okay, so I have quickly typed some marks and copy paste some of the marks. Okay, so now the next part. So already we have completed 3 points from this question, and now the second point is left. But before that, we will go through all the points. Declare the first three ranker students and create a chart based on it. Okay, so we will proceed now. First, we have to calculate total and then we will calculate percentage. Now, as we know very well, spreadsheet applications has many formula. Okay, some average count, min, max, all this. These are the basic formulas and there are many other formulas. Okay, now to execute any calculation. Okay, and if you are using the system defined formula, because some average, min, max, count, these formulas are already universally recognized, universally stored in every kind of spreadsheet application. Doesn't matter if the spreadsheet provider is Microsoft or LibreOffice or any other company. Okay, so these five formulas, at least these five formulas are universally recognized by all the spreadsheet applications. But not only this five, there are many more formulas. Okay, even your trigonometric formulas are also identified and calculated in spreadsheet applications. Many banking related formulas, okay, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, or many other formulas are, or okay, they are predefined in all the spreadsheet applications. Okay, so that's why spreadsheet is a very popular application in office work, banking, okay, and many other things. Let's calculate total now. See, first of all, for doing any calculation, type is equal to, okay. Then if you know the name of the formula, type the name of the formula, sum. All right, then give a parenthesis in this manner. And see, guidance is also given how to use the formula. Okay, parenthesis means round bracket open. And then from where to where you want to consider the marks for counting the sum. Okay, for roll number 1 Ramesh, okay, we want to calculate sum for math, physics, chemistry and biology. Okay, these four subjects. So no need to type anything. Okay, just use your mouse and select all the 4 marks related to Ramesh. See, C4 to F4. Okay, and in between there is this range operator. This colon symbol is the range operator, and finally close the parenthesis. Okay, and press enter. Total has been calculated. All right, and even if you do not know the formula, it's also easy. Give is equal to, for any calculation, first of all type is equal to, then now type individual cell. Okay, click on any cell, so the value inside that will be considered, and name of the cell, the name of the cell, that is C4, we know very well, will be shown. Okay, then give the addition operator. You know, if you want to calculate total, you have to consider all the 4 marks. Okay, so click here, then give is equal plus sign, addition operator, once again addition operator, and once again. So all the subject marks are considered. Now give enter. In this way also you can calculate total if anybody does not remembers the formula. Now no need to do this activity for all 9 students, all okay, all different 9 students. Just select this total for roll number 1. Use the fill handle. See, there is this black dot. Okay, so you can put your mouse in this point and give a left click of the mouse. Don't leave the left button. Just drag it and leave at roll number 10. So the total for all the students is calculated. I hope so everybody is clear with this. Okay, now percentage, there is no defined formula, no system defined formula, so you have to do the calculation. Percentage, once again, before doing any calculation, give is equal to symbol, then you know the formula for percentage. Okay, total marks divided upon, sorry, total obtained marks divided upon total marks multiplied by 100. Okay, so total obtained marks is this cell. No need to type 113. Okay, just select the cell. Select the cell, the value will be considered, divided upon. Now 50 marks we took. Okay, so 50, 50, 100, then 50, 50, 100. So 200 divided by 200 into 100. Alright, so the student has scored this many percentage. Okay, now same thing, use the fill handle and drag and drop. So percentage for all the students is calculated. Now I'm going to select all of this data and choose center alignment. Okay, now percentage we can consider two decimals. Okay, so add decimal place, delete decimal place. Okay, these options you can use. So now see, decimals have been added. Okay, so now this is fine. Otherwise percentage you can also use. There are different data types in spreadsheet application. Okay, so see this percentage, format as percent. Okay, so if I choose this, I will get a percentage symbol at the end. Okay, but this is not correct. Okay, so what I need to do is I will select one and remove multiplied by 100. If you consider percentage data type, okay, there is no need of putting multiplication with 100. Now if I put this, enter. Okay, so I removed multiplication 100 from first roll number and pressed enter. So now it looks correct, 56.50%. So rest all I will just drag and drop and it will be fine. So this is how we have done the calculation. Okay, I will select this and choose center alignment. Okay, now next point we will see how many things are left out. The second point is left for calculation. Below each subject find out the lowest marks and highest marks. Okay, so below each subject, this. Okay, so below each subject you have to find the highest marks and the lowest marks. So let us type first of all highest marks and lowest marks. Highest marks and lowest marks. All right, so here you know very well there are two predefined functions, that is called min and max. For highest we will use max and for lowest we will use min. Okay, so max function we are going to use. So after the name of the function, the rule is to use the parentheses and give the range of the numbers, give the range of the marks. Okay, so how to give the range of the marks? It's easy. After parentheses, just select the marks, the range will be prepared automatically for you. Then close the parentheses and type enter. Okay, so 30 is the highest marks in this subject. Okay, I think so for every subject 30 will be the, no, somewhere 35 is also there. Yes, so let's calculate for all. Okay, I think so there is no need for calculating, just drag and drop. Okay, for here 30 is the highest, here 35 and 35 is the highest. Okay, similarly for here we will calculate minimum. So is equal to, first of all give is equal to, use the name of the function min, then open the parenthesis, provide the range. How to provide the range? Just select with your mouse, range will be prepared automatically for you. Close the parenthesis and press enter. Then for other subjects, just drag and drop in this manner. Okay, so the calculation is done. Now the next point, let's go to the question. First, second, third are completely done. Now declare the first three ranker students and create a chart Create a chart based on above data. Okay, 2 points are left. So now we will try to find the rank holders. Rank holders are those students who score highest percentage. Okay, or you can consider highest total, however you want. So we will try to sort the data. Okay, we will sort the data and see. So what we are going to do is, you can do sorting here also, but to make the difference very clear to you, I'll copy this entire thing and paste here below. Okay, so now here with this set of data we will do sorting. Okay, so sorting means arranging the data in ascending and descending order. Okay, so sorting can be done for numbers also as well as alphabetical data also. Okay, for example, there is a list of 70 students out of which teacher has to sort and arrange the names in such a manner they are coming in alphabetical order so that it becomes easy to assign the roll number. Everybody knows how roll numbers are assigned. All the student name of the students are written in alphabetical order and then roll numbers are assigned. Okay, for girls and boys separately. So it's very easy for the teacher, type name of all the girls, type name of all the boys. Okay, then select all the name of all the girls and just choose the option of sort. Okay, and use ascending. Use the option ascending. All the names will be sorted alphabetically. Similarly for the boys. Okay, so there is no need of doing any manual observation. Okay, or observing each and every alphabets or very carefully and then assigning roll number. Just type them quickly in a spreadsheet application and ascending, arrange them in ascending order, sorting is done. Okay, so this is how spreadsheet applications are very, very helpful in each and every field. Okay, that's why it is known as office suite. Now every computer is expected to have at least one office suite. Okay, and in India, Microsoft Office is very popular, but nowadays many good free softwares are available so people can download and use them for free also. Just like LibreOffice. LibreOffice is a free software. Okay. So now let's do it. So now we are going to arrange the total or at least percentage, any one in descending order. Descending order means highest marks will be first. So in that manner, we will get our first three rank holders. All right. So I will select this percentage. You can do however you want. You can choose total or choose percentage. Okay, I'll choose percentage. Okay, so I have selected percentage of all the students. Okay, now see, auto filter, sort ascending, sort descending. Okay, all these options are there, and there is one more option called sort. Okay, so I will use this sort descending. So it is going to ask me extend the selection, current selection. What will happen if you choose current selection? That means sorting will be done only here. Okay, sorting will be done only here, and accordingly the roll numbers and the names may not be rearranged, so that will be wrong. Okay, so we have to expand the selection. That means consider everything but do sorting as per percentage. That means now, for example, if 60 is the highest percentage, so 60 will come at the first position, and accordingly who has got 60 percentage? Ritik. Okay, roll number 8 Ritik should come in the first position. That is going to happen if you select expand selection. Okay, so do it carefully. That means if you're sorting here, the reflection should be done at the other records also. Okay, so do your selections properly. First select the data, then use sort ascending, sort descending, or simply this sort. Okay, and choose, by default it is extend selection. Click here and it asks you percentage. What is the criteria? The criteria is percentage, and choose descending. Okay, it gives the second key for if you want to mention any second key. Okay, so you can choose any second key, but we are fine with one key also. Okay, keeping percentage as consideration and descending, and then click on OK. See, as I told you, roll number 8 has scored the highest marks. So accordingly, roll number 8, every data, roll number, name, marks of each subject, its total as well as the percentage has been arranged. Okay, that has been possible because we expanded the selection. So always keep in mind to expand the selection. So these are our three rank holders, roll number 8, 10 as well as roll number 3. Okay, so you can highlight them. They are the rank holders. See, it becomes very easy. In a class of 70 or 80 students, it becomes very easy for a calculation if any teacher uses this spreadsheet application. Okay, so now I hope so you must have got an idea how spreadsheet applications are very helpful in our day-to-day life. Okay, yes, so these are our three rank holders. You can mention here in this manner: rank 1, 2 and 3. They are the three rank holders. Give center alignment. Okay, now to make your data look attractive, you can select all the everything, select all the data. Okay, I'll try to arrange this in center and select both the cells and click on this merge and center. Okay, I have merged the cells. Then I will choose everything. I can increase the font size. That look too big. Okay, and as you can see, space is short for chemistry, so you can give a double click over here. It automatically rearranges. Percentage is also falling short of space. Okay, Mahendra is falling short of space, so give a double click at the boundary of the column in this manner. Okay, after that, what else we can do? We can add borders. Okay, add borders. For borders, where is the border option? Here. Okay, so I will choose this one, all borders. So now see, borders are also available. You can also increase the height of the row and width of the column. Height and width of the column. Right click on any cell. Okay, and is there an option over here? I'll have to see where is the option, because generally yes, here we have it. Generally I do not use this LibreOffice, I use WPS. Okay, yes, you can give selection to any row. Either you select a row or select any cell, okay, or select all the cells. We want to increase height for all of these rows. So select the rows, then go in this option and click on row height. Okay, so by default it's 0.61 centimeter. I'll give 1 centimeter. Okay, and click on OK. And see, this is how you can increase the height of the row. Similarly, column. Okay, so if I want to give equal distance to, sorry, equal width to all the columns, I'll select all the columns in this manner, or simply select them in this manner. Then column width, okay, it's 2.26. Let me give 3. Okay, so you can give equal column width or just adjust column width according to your convenience. Okay, I will choose this data and bring in center. Now all the alignment looks bottom. Okay, all the data, it seems to be in bottom. Now where is this option called? See here, alignment. Align top, align center vertically, align bottom. I'll use this center vertically. Now you can see this. Okay, so this is how you can do a little bit formatting if you want to take a printout of this. Okay, because if you take printout of this data, you will not see any borders, okay, borders of the table. So to make it look like a table, apply borders, okay, then adjust the height and width wherever needed, okay, and make it presentable. Then to highlight several things, you can apply bold effect and bold effect here also. Okay, so now it looks good. Now coming to the last point. The last point is about create a chart based on above data. Okay, so we will create a chart. Chart everybody knows, bar chart, pie chart. Okay, so such kind of chart you have to make. I will use another sheet. I think so. Okay, this our entire work has been done in sheet number 2. Okay, so this sheet 1 is empty. What we are going to do, if we do not need this, I'll just delete it. Okay, so it is asking me, are you sure you want to delete? Yes. Okay, so sheet 2. So sheet 2 I can rename. See, I double click. So rename sheet as, I will put here marks. Okay, and click on OK and see this. The sheet has been renamed. Okay, so now I will use this entire, I'll copy this entire data to another sheet, that also I'm going to demonstrate. So I'm right clicking, giving a right click in this sheet. Okay, use this option, move or copy sheet. Click. Okay, so where do you want to copy? In untitled, completely new spreadsheet file, okay, or in this untitled one, means in this current document. Okay, so we are fine with this current document and choose where. Move to end position and click on, and provide the file name also. Okay, so file name I'll give analysis. Okay, and click on. Okay. So this second sheet, see this. In first sheet also we have the data. In second sheet also we have copied the data. Entire data has been copied to the second sheet. Okay, so now we can use this sheet as per our convenience. Okay, and if we delete anything, then also no problem, because the data is available in this marks sheet also. Okay, so now we will create the chart. So to create the chart, you have to choose which, for which field you want to create. Okay, so select this select this percentage. Select this percentage and all the percentage. Okay, and click on insert, click on chart. See, the chart has been already created in the background. Okay, as you can see. Column, you can choose any column, bar chart, pie chart, any type of chart that you want, you can choose. Okay, so column, and click on, I'm clicking on next. Any other thing you want to arrange, that can be understood. Okay, but at least we have got this data. Okay, oh, all right, once again we will do it. I think so something didn't went correctly. Selected percentage and all the 10 values. Okay, clicking on insert chart and clicking on finish. Okay, so this is the chart that we have got. You can move the chart wherever you want in this manner. Okay, so I hope so this was easy for you to understand. This represent roll number and this represent percentage. Okay, so if you want to add axis of the chart, title of the chart, extra things you want to add, okay, give a right click and use these options. Okay, click on the chart and where did the options go? Okay, this is the legend. Yes, we know this is the legend of the chart. This is known as the legend. And I'll try to do this once again because I want to set the title of the chart. So I will select this data, click on insert, click on chart. Okay, I'll choose the column 1, uh, first variety, then data range, data series in rows, chart elements. Okay, here I can, if I want to put a title, I'll put a title. Okay, here. So this is related to percentage. Title I'll give comparison or analysis. Subtitle I do not see here. As I type the title of the chart has appeared over here. X-axis, what is the x-axis? X-axis represent roll number and y-axis represent percentage. Okay, so I'll just give a percentage symbol. Okay, any other, see here, percentage symbol, or I'll type percentage. That will be prominently visible. See here. Okay, and I'll click on finish. Okay, so now this looks proper as I wanted. Okay, you can set the axis, which type of axis. Okay, give the title of the axis, title of the chart in this manner. So I hope so you have understood all the points which were given in the question. Apart from this extra things also I told you, at least the basic things which should be known. All right, so I will stop the video now and we will also complete SOP 4, and all the videos for all the SOPs, all the skill sets will be available on my channel. Please subscribe the channel. If you have liked the demonstration, please like the video and share it with your friends and colleagues. And please subscribe the channel. Stay tuned. Videos will be coming every day. Take care everybody. See you in the next video.